Hello, this is Professor Angelia with part two of Works of Hearts Living Your Own Life class. Last time we left off on, getting apologies from people from your past and how that's not always going to happen. You have to be willing to accept that and move on. So today we're starting in these cases, a gracious acceptance of their apology, or a realization that they couldn't have foreseen the outcome as damaging to you, because everybody didn't know everything, is the mindful thing to do. Hurting others to make yourself feel better is childish, and if you believe in karma, it's damaging to that as well. If you think about it from your own point of view, would laying the smack down on this person reflect who you really are at your core, or would it reflect the desire of your animal instincts to lash out in a protective fight mode? Or could it possibly even be dark influences trying to lead you to offend yourself and others? The counting to 10 to calm down isn't a bad idea, but taking a moment to reflect on whether someone actually meant to offend you and what reaction the real you, the being at the center of your core, feels is the best way to deal with this. Makes the difference between reaction and action. If we want to walk like our heroes or saviors, then we have to try to find a piece of them in ourselves. That divine spark that was created from love and will return to love when we leave this earth. The adage that we should do all things in love, is a good one to follow. We are human and will therefore get our feelings hurt, but it's what we do after the fact that's important. When you can act from a place of mindfulness, you can teach yourself to stop reacting in an animalistic fight or flight manner. Then, as you practice and progress in using mindfulness, you can start to think about how all of your actions can help or harm yourself, others, our world, the grand scheme of things, and the balance of light and darkness in the universe. We play a part in all of that. Each and every one of you do. By knowing your own mind, you can build the life that you want to live. Not the life that others influence you into, or even someone in your life may try to put upon you. Our parents are good at this, and though well-meaning as they may be, it can derail the life that we want to and are meant to live. Back to here and now. This is what we should be living. We should be present in every, get turn the page here, moment. It helps if I take my bookmark out, don't it? Yeah. That may take some effort at first, but when we can still our minds and stop dwelling on the past and dreaming about the future, we will enjoy our present so much more. I know you've heard that that's why it's called the present. It's the gift that we hold in our grasp right now. When we can still our minds and be present for ourselves and others, we will start to see how wonderful and miraculous our lives really are. As I sit here writing this, and that was when I was writing this, the dogwoods outside the window are in pink and white full bloom. The temperature is just barely cool at my desk. The sunny blue skies above and the petals are starting to fall and carpet the ground. Yeah, I lost my place. The music playing on my computer is a beautiful classical guitar song with bird song in the background. I can smell my own perfume and the honey smell left from the waffles we cooked this morning. My hands clack on the smooth computer keys. My feet are moving a bit on the wooden floor in time with the music. It is a beautiful moment in time. And I will never have this moment again. Already as the words flow from my mind, the sun's gone in a bit, and the song has changed. See what I mean? If I had just been rushing to get this done, and not trying to be in a relaxed, mindful, cool, calm and collected state, I would have missed that beautiful moment that will never be in existence again. Free time is something that has become almost a luxury here in the United States. We are so driven to do, that we forget how healing that free time can be to our souls. The Italians have a word that means the art of doing nothing. We would call that lazy. But they know that enjoying your life is the important thing while we have our lives. We must do what we have to survive. We must do what we feel is best for our children, to guide them into a happy, full life of their own. But the pursuit of happiness is an illusion. You cannot pursue it and catch it. You have to stop running after it, realize that it's been here all along, that you were just too stressed out to recognize it. There is a line in a Sheryl Crow song that says, "It's not having what you want, it's wanting what you've got." There is a profound truth in that. Our life is what it is. We can make changes to it to make it be more like we want it to be, but we can't choose our family. We can't go back in time and right all the wrongs in our lives. And we can't make others be who we want them to be. So we must be who we want to be. And build the life that we want in order to be truly happy. Free time is an essential part of mental health. If you hate being still, examine why that is. Is there something in you that you don't want to be still enough to have to think about? If so, the best course of action is to think about it. Feel all of the feelings that are coming up. Think why they are and how you're going to move forward from them. Think of what impact these feelings have had on you and how from now on you'll live your own life and not allow these feelings that you may be running from to guide you into directions that you may not want to go in. If what someone has done to you in the past runs your life, then they have won. If you don't know how to start indulging in free time, think back to when you were a tween or teenager. Most of us have a pretty good grasp of who we are and who we want to be in those years. It's when we go out into the adult world of society that we can get lost or lose pieces of ourselves that are important parts of who we are. Think about what gave you joy in those days, and then bring those things back into your life. Spiritual pursuits, reading and writing, art, music, bring those things back into your life. Gardening, crafts, some type of exercise. Think back and find again what you may have left behind. to seem more mature, or that you just got too busy to put a priority on that. I'll turn my page here. Activity. 10 minutes a day should be the minimum time spent on me time. That's the minimum. Ideally, eventually your whole day should be your day, and usually most of us don't get to do that until we're older or fully retired. On the weekends, you should strive to do all of the things that you love so that you move into the work week mentally and emotionally refreshed from your free time. Some people ask me, how do I know what my life's work is? The answer is, it's what you love doing. If you hate your job, then you are not in the right line of work. If you love your job and can't imagine doing anything else, then you have figured it out. Sometimes we have to have a day job to afford to do the things that we love, like run a ministry, or paint, or write. If that's the case, then think of it as just that, your job that you have to do to have the money to do all of the things that you love. We all must survive by paying bills, eating, and buying things that we need. Unfortunately, money is a necessity in this culture unless you want to be homeless. So, if you cannot make enough money doing what you love to do to survive, then you will need a day job to help you afford these things. Men have realized this and done this for centuries. But women seem to have a harder time separating who we are with what we do. I think it's because we have more connections in the center of our brains, and we think logically and emotionally at the same time. Men have to shift gears from logic to emotion and are therefore better able to compartmentalize their lives. I'm not saying that women should become more masculine or that men should become more feminine, but that we should not identify ourselves by our professions if that is not what identifies us. It's common for people to ask us what we do, and we should answer with the truest version of us first. If we work as a clerk, but our passion is volunteering to deliver food, we should start with that. I love to volunteer at the local food bank and deliver food to people who need it, but I work at such and such for the money. People will usually laugh and really respect that you shared your authentic self with them instead of saying I work at such and such, and then you feeling bad that you didn't share who you really are with this person. Just what you do for money. People can usually tell when you're holding back or aren't happy with what you've told them. If you're not doing something that you love, find a way to do that. Even if it's just taking an hour or two on the weekends, your soul will be so grateful to be living who it is that you may find opportunities to arise to help you transition from working at a job just for money to making a living at what you love to do. Hobbies are important. In school, through art, music, shop, home ec, and etc., we probably found something that we were good at and enjoyed doing. That's why it is so unfortunate that they are cutting these programs out of the schools now. Maybe in college or later, we took a class on something arts and craftsy, but put it aside. Now is a good time to resurrect that hobby and enjoy the peaceful meditation that it can give us. Maybe you'll even find that you can make some money at it. Gardening can be a wonderful experience. To plant seeds and see them sprout, and watch them grow until they flower and bear. so that you can harvest their bounty. That is wonderful to experience. In the same way, we can garden our lives. Our soul is like the fertile soil where we can grow our lives. Our experiences can be water and fertilizer, or they can be weeds and drought. The way we choose to react to them usually dictates which they become. You can learn from any experience if you just choose to. By soulful, mindful, heartful tending of our inner gardens, we will yield our bounty, just like our gardens do. Got a gnat bugging me. I use the butterfly analogy in my life coaching with women who are survivors of abuse and assault. The analogy is that basically, our life stages that we have to negotiate to be able to fly are the same as the butterflies must, in a sense. We start out as caterpillars in childhood, needing to be fed, kept safe from predators and harm and sickness. When we become adolescents, we start to cocoon and try to find out who we are and who we want to be. When we negotiate this stage, we can come out and dry our wings, solidify who we are, and fly off into the life that we want. In butterflies, any mishaps in any of these stages is catastrophic. In humans, they can be catastrophic to our psyche. But as humans, we have an option that the butterflies don't. We can go back mentally, and repair and overcome damages done to us. In my work with clients who need this kind of help, we negotiate the developmental stages of their life and find any places where damage has been done and heal them. In time, they can become unstuck in these places and build the life that they want. We have all met people who are immature and selfish, and we have often heard the phrase in movies rudely spouted, who hurt you? The answer is not to become emotionally identified as a victim of such and such, but as a survivor of this experience, and therefore someone capable of overcoming and healing any trauma that may have been dealt to you in your formative stages. If you don't do that, then the bad guys win. It's your choice on whether or not they get to run your life by proxy, or you take control of your life and go out and make the one that you want. I'm a big believer in paying it forward and passing it on. Everything that I have learned that has helped me overcome in my life, I share with others. I feel that not only is that good karma, but our universal duty to help others overcome or deal with anything that we have come through. A counselor of mine once said, "You may always smell like smoke to some people, but having come through this kind of fire, you can teach others how to do it too, and with less effort and pain than you had to go through to get here." I liked that. Let's face it, we are all in the same big universal boat. In order to be helpful in the journey of humanity, we have to be able to help row. If we have problems that stop us from having a full and happy life that helps propel the universe forward, then now is the time to deal with and overcome those problems. It's not easy. It's hard and can be emotionally exhausting. But the end result is that we are helping ourselves and other people in this world we share, and that is what matters. We should strive to be the best me that we can be. Times do change, and conventional wisdom moves on. What our grandparents or parents thought were the best things to do may be unadvisable now. We have to decide what is best for ourselves and those whose lives we touch. Time may prove us wrong, but that we did what we felt at the core of our being was the right thing to do for ourselves and others. We'll leave a legacy that we can be proud of. To live our own life, the one that our soul was born to live, is the only way we can truly be happy and content. Being blindly obedient won't do it. Being an uber intellectual won't do it. Following and emulating others won't do it. Running our bodies into the ground won't do it. We can look to others for guidance, but when we can be still and find the person at our core and what they are meant to be doing here, then we can live that purpose and truly be happy. So to recap, you must know what you want out of life to get it. You must define what happiness means to you in order to get it. You must be in control of yourself. You must treat others well. You must be aware of who you are inside and who you want to be on the outside. You must define your goals and the means to attaining them, and then go about that step by step. You must know what it takes for you to be happy. You must find ways to go about making yourself happy. You must know what love looks like to you. You must be able to express to others how you want to be loved. You must be able to love others in an understanding, compassionate way. You must be present in the here and now. You must be able to empathize and be compassionate to others. You must adopt the just do it attitude. You must stop dreaming about the future. You must listen and be present for others and yourself. You may benefit from some type of meditation. You should use mindfulness to navigate every situation in your life. You should practice experiencing the here and now. You should find some free time to refresh your soul. You should do your best to align your work with your soul's purpose. You should pick at least one hobby to allow the creative force within you its natural outlet. You should tend the garden of your soul just like a prize rose garden, which is far more valuable than. You must negotiate the developmental stages of your life to come out with strong wings that will carry you to the life that you want. You should pass on your knowledge to others. You should remember that we are all in the same boat, and you are no more important than anyone else, nor is anyone else more important than you. You should remember that conventional wisdom changes, and you must do what is right for you and yours. Fly free, butterflies, in light, love, and joy. Spend as much time in your cocoon as needed. Solidify your wings, then fly free. And that is all for the workbook part of the class. And now we have the handouts part. This is a me list. Remember to include all aspects of yourself, spirit, mind, and body. And then on each side, list all the things that you like below. So think of all the things that you like. And then list them. You can make up your own, out of your own notebook. List all the things that you do not like below. And here's what that one looked like for this class. And the next handout is My Life. In the boxes and space below, design the life that you want. The first one is, this is how I want to look in my life from now on. And you would draw a picture of how you want to look in your life from now on. And there's also space that you can write anything you wanted to write. These are my spiritual pursuits from here on out. You would write what your spiritual pursuits are going to be from here on out. These are the mental/intellectual pursuits that I will follow from here on out. And then there's a box you can draw those, and then there's space where you can write what you want those to be. These are my emotional goals from here on out. And then again, there's a place where you can draw, and there's a place where you can write what you want those to be. This is what love looks like to me. And then there's a space where you can draw that and write what it looks like to you. This is how I will love others. And there's a space where you can draw that and write it out. These are things that I will do for my body as my temple of the spirit to take care of and honor it. And there's space to draw and space to write. These are things that I have done in the past due to things that have been done to me. They are reactionary, and I will cut them out of my life because they do not reflect my true self. And there's a space for you to draw that and then write it. Now all that's left is to go out and do it. Enjoy living your own life. And that is all. I got an extra little outline from a class one day in the back here. So I hope you enjoyed the Living Your Own Life class. It's one that I taught through JCPS and the Germantown Healing House, Rich Counseling, Modus Massage, any place I had an office. And it was actually well received. So I hope you enjoyed it and you found it educational and informational. And we're still kind of playing with the link. We're having some problems with that. But, you know, like, share, subscribe, you know, and we get the word out so people can take this class online and hopefully learn something from it. And that's all for now. Until next time.